graders and parents. We are the first grade, and I'm Miss Thomas. We're each going to kind of be taking some different slides.
This is going to be our teacher.
To go through all of the slides that we're doing. And I think Miss Griffin, you're sharing first the presentation.
Yes.
We are recording this, so that's kind of the more important reason to make sure that you're muted, because if you're not muted, then it picks up your voice and you could be on our video. So please make sure you are muted.
I can't hear.
What did you do?
I didn't hear.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, I'm Miss Nash, or I'm not Miss Nash. I'm sorry. I'm Miss Thomas. I read her name on the slide. We have Miss Exton, Miss Griffin, and Miss Nash. I told you we were recording. Miss Scholl is helping out at the school right now, so she could not be on our Zoom meeting with us. And then we are going to have some other helpers for first grade. We will have Miss Mel is going to be helping some first graders. Miss Lisa is going to be helping some first graders. And Miss Stamper is going to be helping some first graders sometimes too. So there will be extra people kind of helping your children out every now and then. And it could just be reading a book with them or practicing math facts or anything like that.
But our could not be in here.
So this is our agenda for this evening. Ms. Griffin, if you want to click the slide.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm letting some people into the waiting room, from the waiting room.
Oh, thank you. So we're going to talk about the proposed schedule, which I think all of us have sent to you on Dojo, but we'll kind of go through it again. The Zoom meeting rules for when we actually do start that are going to be for your child. We've kind of just simplified them and made them into pictures. We'll talk about login information, how to log in and access online learning, talking about our at-home learning materials, and how you as parents can help some frequently asked questions and what you can do if you have further questions. Okay, Sherry, that's you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm responding to a question in the chat. Tonight, everyone, we are going to talk a little bit about our schedule. This has already been sent out to you, so it should be familiar to you. Please know that at the beginning of the year, it might look a little bit different than it does right now. We'll be doing some back-to-school assessments, and most of that will be done individually with each child. So that could affect our schedule a little bit. The part that should stay consistent is the 9 to 10 a.m. whole group live Zoom lesson. And the rest of it could potentially change. Lunch will stay the same at 12 to 12:30. And then the other times are set up for your child to be watching videos that we will record and post, as well as to complete work that's posted.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Nash and I'm going to be talking about the Zoom rules. So just like in the regular classroom, we have rules and procedures to make sure everything runs as smoothly and efficiently as possible. We have sat down as a first grade team and we've come up with some virtual learning STAR rules. So S stands for space, T is for time, A is for attention, R stands for raise your hand, and S stands for square up. So S for space, when you are thinking about where you want your students to do their virtual meetings, just make sure you If possible, sit in a calm and quiet space. You can see in the non-example there's a picture of the TV on. And for some reason on Zoom, it seems like any sort of background noise that may not seem like a lot, like in normal day, if it is on Zoom, it just amplifies it. So if you can, just make sure like the TV is turned off, maybe a lower traffic area, so it's just nice and quiet, so they can listen and we can hear. Also, I've seen or heard a lot of parents say that they were going to get headphones for their kids, which is a good idea. That could help them to make sure that they can hear us a little bit better. But just keep in mind, just because they have headphones on and they aren't hearing the TV or whatever in the background, we can still hear that during our Zoom meetings. And then T is for time. So just make sure that you are, especially at the beginning, giving yourself a few extra minutes to get all of the technology sorted out and logged in on time each day for our meetings. And then A is for attention. Pay attention to the speaker on the Zoom meetings. And that could be the teacher or that could be another student who's sharing something. And you can see the non-example, the little boy has he's listening to music, he has his toys. So it's important that we don't bring any toys to our meetings and we don't bring anything that will take the attention off of the meeting. And then R is for raise your hand to share. You can only imagine what it would be like if all of us started talking all at once. And it's the same during a virtual quiz.
I got it first. So I can find This is mine.
But tomorrow, you guys will be picking up for Friday. You guys will be picking up your toolkit.
Mommy, give me back mine. Mommy, I got this first.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, thank you. But in your toolkit, you guys will see little circle slides like this. We probably won't use these at first, but they will be good because if we have like all of the kids on our screen, if they have a question, sometimes we won't notice if their hand is up. So these will be nice because they can just put these up and we can see they have a question. And then last but not least, square up your screen. And that just means try to stay in the center of the screen and not like sliding out of the chair or like just having your shoulder in the screen, just like the little girl on the slide.
Okay, next we'll kind of talk about login information. So Northern, Ms. Chandler has so graciously created an amazing website that's kind of going to be our homepage. And we will send you this slide, this Google slide presentation so that you kind of have everything and you can go back through. But basically this sites.google.com, scott.kyschools.us, NES is kind of where everything's going to be. And we're going to watch a quick video on just kind of an informative instruction on this website.
Hi there, in this video, I'm going to show you how to access your student's classroom virtually through our NES virtual learning website. You're going to start here, sites.google.com/scott.kyschools.us/NES. This is a good time to bookmark this site so that you will have it and don't have to type that in every time. When you get to the site, you'll see several icons. Visit your classroom, special areas, back office, nutrition services, daily announcements and parent resources. From 7:45 to 8 a.m. every morning, there will be daily announcements that will be live. So they're not up yet because school hasn't started yet. They're beginning on September 8th. From 7:45 to 8, there will be a live announcement from Mrs. Scholl or Mrs. Chandler or sometimes from a guest teacher. And the YouTube live will be embedded here on daily announcements. And then you can watch it later in the day if you don't log in right at 7:45 for the live. I'm going to go back to the home page. So from the home page, the thing that you'll most likely be doing when you get to the Northern website is visiting your classroom. That's the thing that you'll do very often.
The middle of the presentation was all about Google Classroom, so we're switching to the Dojo part because that's what we'll be using in first grade.
Various teachers, there will be special learning and assignments every day, and that information will be shared by your child's teacher. You can access the front office. That includes the principal's office, where you can see Mrs. Scholl, hear a little bit of information about her, and find other important things that you might need. You can access enrollment document and a parent excuse note. We've already seen the daily announcements. I'm going to choose parent resources. You have access to our Facebook page, Northern's PTA, Scott County Schools, My School Bucks, and the Family Resource Center. Last but not least is our nutrition services. We have the menu, access to My Payments Plus to add funds to your lunch account, or also to order food while we're doing virtual learning. You can order food in advance so that our cafeteria workers make sure they have enough. So you need to order a week in advance, and you can do all of that here. You will not get charged until you come to pick it up. And then we also have a free introduced lunch application. All of this information is on this NES virtual learning site. So this is your home base. Make sure you start here every day.
Hi, I'm Miss Griffin, and I will be some of your teacher as well. So this is the, if you click on Go to Classroom on the Google site page, you will also see, this is our classroom page. And here you will see there's a link for Class Dojo. Whoops. There's a link for Class Dojo. There's one for Clever, and there's one for the parent portal. Over to the right, you will see some of our tag team. We have Miss Chandler, Miss Hudgens, Miss Parsons, Miss Sawyer, and Miss Krebs. So they might be meeting with your child on different activities as well. And we're going to kind of go reverse in this presentation. For Parent Portal, that is so sensitive, sorry. For Parent Portal, there are some extra resources we've provided for you. There'll be little buttons that you can select. And then there's also, you can get the Facebook page there, and you can also pay on your lunch account there if you would like to do that as well.
Sorry about that. So there will be a Clever Badge QR code inside the green resource bags that we're going to go over as well here in just a few minutes. But basically, this is your login information. These are your child's codes that they'll use every day to get into Clever or Dojo. And then also know that every school in the county has put a hotspot in front of all the schools, so that if you need to, you can go to really any school in the district and download stuff that you need to download, and then do it at home and go back to that hotspot.
So when you log into Clever, students will be using Dreambox and Lexia and Math for reading for additional skill practice. So within Clever, there are little icons that look like this little D and this little world. They will just click on that with their badge and they'll automatically be admitted. Okay, students should be working with the activities independently. Both programs recognize the level of support needed. So occasionally you can help if they need a little Band-Aid, you can provide the support, but really try to give them the time to have some productive struggle. Because I've had kids who their parents have really supported them and not allowed them to struggle, and then they get on a level and they can't do any of these skills by themselves when they get back to school. So it's really important that they don't understand there's little help buttons for them that are like recorded videos, and it will help with them work through it. In our resource binder, we're also going to have a little documentation page. We want kids to be working on Dreambox and Lexia every day. The directions are on the side, and we'll give you more directions when it comes that time.
Okay, so Class Dojo is going to be our primary way of communicating with you, posting assignments, and your students will post their work in a portfolio on Class Dojo. We chose to use that because it is much more user-friendly for younger students. And so I'm going to show you what that will look like for your student. So, when your student gets ready to go on to Class Dojo, they'll use their QR code. If that's not working for you, there are also other methods that you can use, so you can contact your teacher if you're having an issue getting on. This is just a demo class, so the student that I'm going to show you is Beyonce. And when your child pulls up their page, it'll look like this. They'll be able to see their monster or character, whatever they have, and they should see their name. At the top, you'll see all of the tools that we'll be using to complete work. And you might want in the next few days to get your child on and let them just play with some of these tools. They don't have to turn anything in, but it's just good practice so that when they get ready to do their work, they'll better understand how the tools work. Primarily, they're going to be using this part that says portfolio. Right now, they're on home. It has a little picture frame, and then portfolio looks a little bit like a book. So if they click portfolio, they're going to see a list of activities to do. And I went ahead and put some activities on here just as a pretend so we could understand how they work. Your student's going to see on the side those same icons again, and this tells them what they're going to have to do to complete the work. So for this particular activity, they're going to record a video. And please know that the portfolio is completely private. The only people who will see it is the teacher and you as the parent and the student. So other students won't be seeing the work that they complete on the portfolio. It just goes to the teacher. If they click the start button, sorry, my face got really big. You're going to see that there's a recording of directions. So the directions are in words, but they can also click the recording to hear the directions. And again, that's just much better for first graders than the other options that we have available. So that was a video. This next one I wanted to show you is like a worksheet, and your student would just click on a pen or pencil tool, click how big they want their lines to be, and then they can actually draw the line to match. Obviously, this is a very simple worksheet, but again, the instructions are here for them so they can hear them if they need to. If they click close, that's just going to close it out and they'll have to start over. If they click save, it'll save the work they've completed, or they can click hand in, and that says I've finished the work, and it's going to go to the teacher for the teacher to comment on. So for me, I'm just going to close and not save. If they don't complete the task and hand it in, it'll show that it's a draft, which means they're still working on that task. This one I wanted to show you just because it's a little bit different. There might be a video embedded in the directions, and the student, again, the directions are here, but they would click on the video, watch the video, and then complete the task that they're asked to do. So it's all very simple in the way it's laid out so that they can easily figure out what to do. And again, all of the instructions are recorded. I just wanted to show you quickly, once they've completed a task and turned it in, it goes down here in my portfolio. And in this particular task, I've already seen it, I've written a comment, and so the student knows how they did on the work. If they didn't complete the task, I might send it back for them to make some changes. And if I do that, that will also show up for you. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. The other thing I wanted to show you was that the parent page looks a little bit different, and you've already seen many things on the parent page as your teachers have communicated with you. But once your child turns in work in the portfolio, you will also be able to see that work as well. So all of that information is right there for you to use when I'm all over the place. When you need it. So it's very user-friendly, and we're going to spend a lot of time in the first weeks explaining it to your students and practicing it with your students and helping them to know how to use it. So I think that it will work really well for us. So I'm going to let Ms. Griffin, you have the control back of the.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so tomorrow and Friday, and I feel like we've talked about this, we've sent messages on Dojo about it and put up events, but we worked really hard on these bags. We tried to equip your students with everything we thought they would need in the first few weeks, and these are the times, tomorrow and Friday, you can pick up between 9 and 11, 1 and 4, and 6 and 7. It may not be a first grade teacher that helps you, but there will be a teacher there, or 2 teachers there from kindergarten, 1st or 2nd. But basically, we do ask that you wait to open the bags until we send you a video by Friday evening on how to put your materials together. So with that being said, please make sure that you go back to the supply list and try and get the things that are highlighted on a supply list, because that's going to help you put your kit together. I think that's it on that.
Well, they will just pull around in the parent pickup line. We will not be using the QR code system that we usually do. And you'll just stay in your car and just tell the teachers your name, and we'll bring the materials to you, so you guys don't even have to get out.
Yeah, but any time in between those times.
Oh, that's me. So I know that all of you are just wanting to do whatever you can to help your child in any way that you can, and this might be a little overwhelming. Let me just say, if all else fails, go to Dojo and message us. Like, Dojo is what we will primarily be using. At this point, what can you do to help? So we've put together just a few. These are all just suggestions. You don't have to do these things, but these are just some suggestions that you guys might want to do. So number one, create a quiet learning space for your child. We do recommend making it a space that's facing a wall, so they can, you know, not toward a window, so they're not looking out the window, watching the kids outside playing. And you can make it a fun thing for them, so you can like decorate the learning space, or you don't have to. I mean, it's completely up to you. Number two, help your child set up their materials in their binder. And as Ms. Thomas had mentioned, you guys will be picking those up Thursday and Friday. On Friday, we will be doing we will be posting our video tutorial to show you guys how to put those together, because it's a lot of materials in there. So we put together a little video to show you guys how to put all of that together. So don't fret, we will show you how to do all that. And then number three, so this one I feel like, just as a parent, when we did the NTI stuff in March, so we have 3 kids at home, I feel like this one gave us the most bang for our buck, is creating a daily schedule. And you may even want to pack a lunch. I think, you know, I always hear from parents that the kids are always so well behaved at school, and then when they get home, they're like completely different kids. My kids are like that too. So, and I think one of the reasons that it is always like that is because at school there is such a routine. We all thrive on routine, and they know what's coming next. They know what's on the schedule. And like it says, you may even want to pack a lunch. So during their 30 minutes that they get for lunch, they can grab their lunchbox, get their food. And then number 4 says to set a timer to help your child. And probably to help you too. If you have more than one kid, I would definitely suggest probably you're going to have to set a timer the first few weeks, I guess, just to make sure that, you know, all the kids are doing the right thing at the right time. But then too, you can get them a kitchen timer, and like for their 10-minute break, you can set the time, show them how to set the timer for 10 minutes, and they can do their break, and they know that when the timer goes off, that's when they're going to transition to their next activity. And then number 5, display a positive attitude toward virtual learning around your kids. And I know we are all wishing things were different, but I feel like if we can all just be positive about it, especially around the kids, then they'll have a positive attitude about it too. And of course, that's going to make them more successful. And then, Ms. Griffin, if you can click number 6. If not, that's okay. So number 6, and if we can't see it, that's okay. It's pretty much all that I said. We just put it on a paper copy, and that's going to be in your toolkit. So you'll have a copy of all these things that maybe you can work on over the weekend to give yourself something to do to prepare for next week.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's on my presentation bar, and I can't seem to get it moved.
Oh, that's okay. They'll see it tomorrow or the next.
So these are some questions that people put on our question list. If we don't answer your question here, please dojo us or email us, and we will get you an answer. And if we don't know the answer, we will go get it for you. So is my child required to be on the computer all day? No. First grade has a live session once a day at 9 a.m. and it will not last the entire hour, but this is the time that we really like to see everybody's face. there are like some difficult challenges for like reading and writing, and we have to be able to see their face to give them the best instruction we can while we're virtual. So we ask that you meet with us twice a day for small reading and math groups. We will work around your schedule. If you have other kids that have to be on at their lifetime, we will work that out for you. So at the beginning, next week, we will start doing some assessments. So we have prepared in our green bags some activities for your kiddos to work on while we take care of that kind of business. So the rest of the activities can be done in what's convenient for your family. And we just ask that you try to keep up with the daily work because you want to avoid a pile up. So question number 2 was, do we have to follow the suggested schedule? No. So it is easier for kids if they know what, like Ms. Nash said, if they know what's coming. So you have to do what's best for your family, but hopefully we can see you guys every day live at 9. What are the required materials for virtual learning? Each teacher sent a picture of the online materials, a supply list that you need to purchase. If you didn't get it, please let us know and we will get you hooked up with what your kids need. What if my child refuses to do the work? Well, that's not going to happen. But if it did, you can just contact us and we will see what we can do to get your child right back on track. And can my child take a bathroom break during the lesson? Of course. So they can hold up their little bathroom card that Miss Nash has fixed up for us, and they can wait for the teacher to give them the okay. Just like if we were at school, you would give a bathroom signal that you need to go, and you would ask for permission, and then we would get you permission to go. But if it's best if you try to go before, because if you miss a little something while you're in the bathroom, it's going to be hard to catch you back up. So, but we will do it, but just try to take that bathroom break before you come. Can we take movement breaks? Yes, we will take movement breaks. We're going to do everything possible to make this as normal or like we were in person as possible. So we will still be doing the same type of movement breaks that we would do as if we were at school. When will students' work be due? We know things are going to happen. You might have a doctor's appointment or something, just like at school. And so we're just going to ask that all the assignments for that week be completed by Saturday. But it's not best if you let them pile up and try to do them all on Saturday, because then you start getting to clicking through the list and I got this done, and there's no learning that's taking place. So it's better if you just keep a good and steady pace and keep up with that work on a daily basis as if possible. And then, whoopsie woo. I'm having trouble here. Does anybody know the last question?
The last one was, what if my child was sick?
Okay.
What if my child was sick?
What if my child is sick? Well, it's just like if you were at school, you'll take the day off and then you will complete the work when the child feels better.
That's you, Sherry.
Oh, I'm sorry. So these are some further questions. There's some further information for you. We will have evening hours that we're available to help your student, or if you've got questions, you've got technology issues, things like that. If you don't understand how to complete the work or your child needs some extra help. So from 6:30 to 7:15, there will be a teacher available Monday through Thursday. Monday and Wednesday, it will be either Miss Thomas or Miss Nash. And Tuesday and Thursday, it will be myself or Miss Griffin. If you have serious technology issues, Chromebook questions about the hotspots, or the hotspot's not working for you, you can contact Emily Honorato. And also, I think that Tara Krebs, we might want to add that information on here as well, is handling some of those things, because obviously there are more technology issues with us learning virtually than there typically would be. If you have questions regarding meals, there's information there. If you need to get in touch with Ms. Fightmaster, her email address is there, and the school phone number is also there. So if you have any further questions, if you'll reach out to those people, they will help you. And also, if we were unable to answer questions, or after you go back and you think about this, you think of more questions that you've got, just dojo message your teacher, and we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. I just, on a personal note, I appreciate all the parents who've been keeping in touch with me through Dojo. Please use the messaging tool if you have a question for me. If you put it in the comments on Class Story, sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to see it, but if you send me a message, it comes to me just like a text message on my phone, and I can get it much more quickly that way. So that's the best way, I think, to communicate with any of your teachers through Dojo, is sending them a message. So thank you all so much for coming. We appreciate your time. We are recording this, so it will be available to you. If we went too fast, I know I got very nervous and talked really fast at times. So so that way you can go back and watch it again, and maybe that might generate some questions as well. But we appreciate your time and your patience and your involvement. So thanks so much.
We look forward to seeing everyone next week on the first day of school.
Can't wait.
Thank you, parents and kids, for stopping by.
Or we might see you tomorrow when you pick up your bag.
Yes, that too. Yes, tomorrow and Friday, pick up your resource bags. Remember, please don't open them until we send you the video. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
It was great to see you.
So is Tuesday the starting day, since Monday's Labor Day?
Yes.
Yes, Tuesday is when we start school.
Thank you all. I hope you all have a great day.
Thank you.